is that?
A word, if you please. Pray, who might you be, my girl? And what compelled you to wander in and out of Erebus?
I'm not your girl, old man. My name and business are not your concern.
So it seems. You appear to be quite pressed for time. Forgive this old man his transgressions.
Give up already, girl.
I know who you are. I know where you go. You shall not get there.
This magic. Chronos. I'll carve you limb from limb for this. For everything.
How frightening. Unfortunately, we shall never know if yours was a mere empty threat, for you are going on a little time out, at least until some other matters are resolved.
No.
You wish to traipse through this realm, then here, bask in it.
That old man. It was him. Where am I? Or when?
What witchery is this?
Please work. On my authority as Princess of the Underworld, unseal. Blood and... won't open. How about... Chronos!
We meet again, my girl. A guest arrived so soon. It is not often that I entertain of late. Perhaps after this house becomes a little more presentable. Though for the moment, you must pardon all the dust. We have been renovating around here.
Get up. You get up off that stolen throne. You know who I am, and you know why I'm here.
Come now, granddaughter. There is no need to rush. You have come all this way, and I have so many questions. How have you been? And how exactly did you find me here?
Hear me, you enemy of night and darkness now. For your transgressions you shall imminently die. Under chthonic doctrine this I vow, for there is no escape from fate beneath the sky.
Manners. Cursing is forbidden in this house. By that token, fighting is forbidden as well. But for you, my girl, we shall have to make an exception. Time for you to go. Behold.
Death to Chronos! You.
Ah, there you are. How unsanitary. I thought that I might find you here, my girl. Such fire in your eyes. How obstinate the members of our family can be. Have you learned nothing from our previous exchange?
Oh, I learned plenty, and I'm eager to learn more. So why don't you get out of my way, since there's nothing you can do within these woods but try to slow me down.
Past the point of reason and so very self-assured. Then very well. Come find me if you must and learn some more. You know where I reside. I do not hide from gods.
See you soon. River, take me.
Welcome, my girl. You slipped through my fingers before, only to return and give to me another opportunity to add you to my collection. Did Athena truly get all the wisdom in our family?
Your collection. You speak of your kin as objects to be put on display. The gods ought to have put you on display after cutting you to pieces, instead of discarding you like common filth.
You know, I'm still rather sore about all that. I truly thought my children would be different. That they would show their elders some respect. But they did not. And my tolerance has its limits. Returned again, I see. You saw your father out there, I presume? He required a special arrangement. For eons, he incarcerated countless souls within this place, not to mention me. Seemed only fitting he should have to waste away accordingly.
You couch it in morality when vengeance is reason enough. Though since you've reasoned it all out, by what right did you take the other members of my family? And Nix and all the rest?
Why? Because they opposed me. Except you have this rather vexing knack for resisting some of my time-honored techniques. A recessive family trait, perhaps. Although your brother, he was not so fortunate. You too shall break, however, soon enough. You do not belong here. You do not belong anywhere at all. 3, 2, 1.
He's there.
Out of the woods. You, my girl, are meddling in matters you do not understand. Your father made certain choices. He was bound by them. But you are not. You need not follow in his ruinous path.
Ruinous? You brought ruin to the underworld and the surface. I'll never accept what you've done. Now enough talk.
How very spirited. You truly think you can stop time? Well then, I would like to see you try.
Then watch this.
Gods? Cowards. You are too young to know what it was like. Before the gods reshaped the world to be like this, mortals did not have to die in agony and waste away within this pit. A simpler age, and all the better for it.
All the better because you controlled every detail, is that it? You couldn't stand that others had a different outlook than your own. You went to war with your own children. After eating them whole, so they say.
They say a lot of things. They went to war with me. My offspring and my other charges did not always take to discipline. I had too many to look after to take cheek from anyone. And you, my girl, are not entitled to anything more. So, you possess some of your father's strength. Or rather, mine. This ends now. I thought none could resist the ravages of time, but you...
You'll get no answers from me, and no mercy either. Now die already, and I'll collect the ichor from your veins, or whatever flows through them.
What is death to the deathless? A mere nuisance. This house is mine. Once I am gone, you shall be cast away.
I expect so. And you'll be remade and back on the throne before I can return. But I shall return, and I'll slay you again and again and again if I must.
Even if, in so doing, it meant that you would never see your dear old family again. Because the mercy I have shown to them thus far is something I may have to reevaluate.
Our family. And what do I care? I don't even know them. but I do know you will be dead here in another moment. Any last words?
For you, my girl. A mere reminder. Nothing more. Time cannot be stopped.
Suffer in darkness. I'm home.
Time again, is it? Your eyes do not deceive. I'm as hale and hearty as can be. That sinking sense you must have felt after our previous exchange. The fear of the utter senselessness of your entire enterprise. You now know it to be true.
I was never going to destroy you in a single clash. You more than anybody ought to know results of any worth take time.
Ah, so that you wish to make a habit of such unceremonious appearances as this, as though they might amount to something in the end. Fine. For my part, I occasionally need to stretch my limbs. It took 6 full-grown gods to thwart me once, not one mere child. This ends now. Goodbye again. Only for now, my girl. Once more, you bested me.
What did I tell you? Chronos.
Wearing protective silk. Which rock did you crawl out from under, My forces, they are terribly confused. They have no idea where you live. So I thought I would attempt asking you nicely here.
I live in your nightmares, Titan. I thrive on them. I'll see you dead, and then destroyed. However long it takes.
However long it takes. You speak of inevitability, little one. A subject on which I happen to be the expert. As to whomever sent you after me, I shall find them.
We'll see. What? Where? Father?
But Lord Hades,
You have your orders. Now return to Shadow. And take care of her. For all of us.
No harm shall come to young Melinoe, my lord. In this, at least, I shall not fail you. Farewell.
Goodbye, daughter. Nix. 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 Answer me. Blast. No.
Hello, Hades. Ah, there you are, my son. Grown a full beard and a broad frame, I see. And now you have a family of your own. How full of life they are, despite the dour environs.
Greetings, Father. I was not expecting your arrival. You must forgive us that the house was unprepared for guests. To what do we owe the pleasure of your company?
Oh, you know, for one thing, I was in the area. You might recall the time you, Zeus, and the rest of you little brats cut me to ribbons. Sprinkled all my bits all throughout Tartarus.
Father, that was a war you started and you know it. We took no joy in what we had to do. But how can this be? I thought that you were gone.
Do not sound so disappointed. It is I who should be disappointed here, not you. You thought I was gone. I was. But it turns out spite is a powerful motivator. Blood sacrifices also helped.
What do you intend to do? And what have you done to the others? To my family?
Your cries fall on deaf ears. Fear not, my son. I have not eaten them or anything. I have merely set them aside. They stand imprisoned in a moment that shall never pass. My qualm is not with them.
Olympus shall have your head. You can take mine for all I care, blast you. But don't you dare harm anybody in my house.
You have grown so accustomed to issuing commands that you forget yourself. Though I do have such a command for you, tell me exactly where the Fates reside.
The Fates? How should I know? Not even Nyx herself knows where her daughters are. Why are you asking me?
You are at least precise. Hades used some of his failing strength to spur you on. Even whilst bound in chains no god can break. Your father yet proves to be a pest.
You've tortured and humiliated him. All this talk of how you plan to bring about a bygone age, yet petty vengeance seems to be your chief concern.
The thing is, my girl, I can have both. You should have seen the cruel, inventive ways your father tortured mortal souls. Thus I dispense a form of justice to him and to you. You wretched child. Like father, like daughter, then, is it? Dare. How is it that I cannot vanquish such a brat? Do not presume. You won.
For my brother. The Titan.
Greetings, little one. You yet persist, despite my generous attempts to dissuade you. Then very well. You carry on as the distraction which you are, whilst I turn my attention to matters of greater import. You dare return? You, with all that vengeance on your mind, claiming to care nothing for the family which I denied you. Good, because you certainly did not miss much. They cared nothing for our family either. Left me to rot. You are no different.
You alone care deeply for our family, is that it? Come on, they left you to rot because you gave them every reason to hate you.
They sought power I refused to share. They had not worked for it. Perhaps if they asked nicely, none of this would have elapsed. But there is no undoing past mistakes. Ugh. I grow quite weary of this dour place. Absurd. Some family you are. Go on and try to cast me out as they once did. See what good shall come of it.
I intend to. Though if you wished to be part of the family so much, perhaps you oughtn't have waged war with them.
With them, you say? Not us. You too are a reject daughter of Hades. Always shall be, and always would have been. My words.
For my mother. I'm home.
Looking for someone? You were never meant to be involved in this, granddaughter. You must have been a mere babe when first I arrived here. Alas, too late to meet. Yet even now, you are too young to understand.
I would have been imprisoned with the rest. Though enlighten me. What is it that I'm still too young to understand?
You are too young to understand the disappointment and dejection that only family can provide. But the more of us you meet, the more of us you know, the sooner you shall learn. Perhaps a change of scenery is best. Outrageous, you brat. You gods learn nothing from the past. Recklessly changed everything to suit your whim.
You're the one who's learned nothing, despite all the time you've had to think on it.
Oh, on the contrary, I know change is inevitable with time. The only question is, which sort? But time cannot be stopped.
You're gone. Chronos.
Just in time. Why, here comes our shadowy assassin on her nightly escapade to try and do me harm. Although perhaps the outcome shall not be so fortunate this time.
We'll soon find out, won't we? I promise not to keep you waiting long. I'm well on my way already, as you can see.
Oh, that I can. Then I had best return and make ready. We have to tidy up for your arrival, after all. Until later tonight.
Until then. Refreshing.
Returned from above ground. I must say, I'm quite unaccustomed to so many frequent visits from my kin. Perhaps if Hades and the others deigned to call as often, our relationships would not have been as strained.
Oh, this is not that sort of call. Though I didn't realize you were merely lonesome. Are your satyr worshippers not stimulating enough as house guests?
They are worshippers, not kin. You are unfortunately caught in the midst of a dispute, and do not know the difference between having family around or not.
Because of you, and this dispute of yours. And now you'll be destroyed for what you've done. Was it worth it?
Well, when you put it that way, no. Had I not made any mistakes, we would not be here now, would we? Certainly not as such vicious foes. Yet here we are, each in turn facing the consequences of the past. Unbelievable. Accursed child. My own family has done worse to me before, and I'm vastly stronger now. Stronger with each passing night.
You're old and tired. You don't even know why you're fighting anymore. To prove something to your children.
They took everything from me. Everything and more. Now they seek for you to take the rest. Such a wretched family, this. Leave me be.
In the name of Hades. He's He's back.
Ooh, I like your dress. My dear son Zeus is already abetting you this night. I fear not his famous thunderbolt. Young fool that he is. You waste what precious time remains to you. I understand your latest vainglorious attempt to reclaim Olympus for the gods did not pan out. Perhaps in the moment you witnessed the father of all monsters in all his terrifying stature, you at last understood your folly.
You awakened that monstrosity and call me vainglorious? Typhon is not going to take orders from you or anyone. He'll have nothing left to rule over if he has his way.
No, you gods shall have nothing left to rule over if he has his way, and I mine. Typhon may not be the negotiating type, but we need no agreement to pursue the same result. Well, this was certainly a treat, granddaughter. Again tomorrow night, perhaps.
Perhaps. So tell me, Titan, is this what having family about is like? Bitter feuds and snide remarks?
Oh, yes. This is the whole of it. I may have denied it to you, but I was doing you a favor. You shall see. You shall see.
For what you did to this house.
There you are. Ah, so Poseidon gave you his blessing, has he now? What are you going to do? Pour water on me?
Chronos!
Ah, at last.
You spoke before about the consequences of the past, of your own mistakes. Yet this is how you choose to rectify them. Your entire family is against you.
As ever. The only difference now is there are even more of you, all falling in line. You would excise me from my own family? Then very well. But this is the result.
You don't even want to rule the underworld or the surface, do you? You just want to get back at your children. How petty and pathetic.
Each passing generation even quicker to judge than the last. Was I the perfect father? No. Otherwise my children would have been perfect as well. And now even you are caught in this spiral. Why, you truly think you gods are better fit to rule this world than I?
We both know that is not what this is about, Titan. And all that plagues this world is not getting any better while we perpetuate it.
If not this world, my girl, then what is this about, do you suppose? What is this about?
For Cerberus.
How fare you, little one?
Little one, do not presume to think your movements are invisible to me.
I see you plainly where you stand.
A trespass for which you shall suffer, although regrettably not by my hand right now.
Not yet. And not a moment late. I know why you continue to return. You seek more than these conversations of ours, but also that mirror and those squalid chambers down the hall. The single artifact I could not budge, but it is useless without Night herself.
I'm not here for this house's former furnishings. You should know, you have at least one relative who would be most distraught if you're destroyed. You alone can prevent that, if you would end all this.
I intend to. But we are far past the point of preventing the distress of this supposed relative to whom you refer. What was already done is done, and there's no turning back, regrets be damned. That is the very nature of time. Again you lay me low, and again you waste your time. I know what it is you seek.
Of course you do. By now I think we've each made our desires rather clear.
Then go, and take a good look in that mirror whilst you flail. And do hurry, for I shall never be gone for long. No god can vanquish me.
For Olympus.
Do not presume to test my patience here.
Tell me something before I turn you back to dust again. If Typhon destroys Mount Olympus as you so desire, where do you expect he'll go from there? Back to sleep?
Oh, that is none of my concern. Ours is a wide world, and deep. Typhon shall have free reign to go where he pleases. Perhaps he shall rule over the seas in Poseidon's stead.
Liar. You plan to double-cross him. Send him roaring back to the abyss after your use for him is ended. Not even you are fool enough to disregard him as a threat.
The future shall be well in hand, that I can assure you, granddaughter. Best focus on the present, and the many hardships we endure. My age, perhaps, is catching up with me. Curse you. And all the gods.
For the unseen.
Conspicuous.
I am time itself. What are you? A thrall of those calling themselves gods, mindlessly serving at their whim. My children are crafty. To them, you are nothing but a common tool. And not an especially sharp one, it appears to me.
I'm home.
Welcome back. Aye, to have toppled Typhon from that mountaintop. Certainly it was not something that you could have done alone, yet still. How proud you must have felt.
I felt a tinge of satisfaction, yes. But you do know what's an even greater feeling than thwarting the father of all monsters, don't you?
If you insinuate that besting me in battle is a thrill akin to overcoming the great despoiler of Olympus, then you flatter me, my girl. Go on and try, even as Typhon stirs. Again. You are no granddaughter of mine, that you would deign to treat me thus. I always shall return.
Physcelameus. Great Anubis, grant me and Discura now abyssal strength.
Angry now as ever. Do you wish to know exactly how I reawakened to Typhon, my girl? Or how I managed it without you gods detecting what I had in store?
Please indulge me, grandfather, for I do so enjoy your tales.
You would never believe it if you knew. For you are narrow-minded, you and all the gods. I have outsmarted you, and I shall overpower you as well. Last, you... I have
returned from worse, suffered much worse, than from the likes of you. You think that you prevailed?
In the name of Hades.
Returned, have you? The self-made queen of the gods bestowing you her boon? Is there not some mortal wedding she ought to officiate?
Coward. Chronos!
A visitor at this hour? You have now seen something of this world. Consider what the gods have wrought. War, famine, betrayal. During my golden age, there were no such concerns. It was a tranquil time, until the gods decided to wrest control forcibly.
Perhaps your rule was not as perfect as you claim. Perhaps you were a stifling presence on your children and their generation, leaving them with little choice but to rid themselves of you.
And thus presents itself this golden opportunity to teach my children and their generation a most valuable lesson about having to live with the consequences of their actions. How are you able to resist? You shall not succeed.
For my father.
My granddaughter. I recognize that blade you bear. The scythe of death himself. Alas, that he was momentarily without it when I caught him in my snare, along with this house's other former residents.
You may have taken death, yet death is here for you. It would be fitting if you met your end by Zorafat.
It would be most unlikely, I should think. Then let us match now, scythe to scythe. Yours are effect against my Rodrectus, and we shall imminently see who reaps and who sows. Even now. Of all my vexing relatives, you are amongst the worst. Time cannot be stopped.
For the underworld.
If there is one thing on which the accursed fates and I agree, it is that all eventually shall decay. All spring from nothingness, and back into that chaos we shall all return. You merely hurry it along.
Refreshing.
My.
You know, I'm almost impressed. Not only have you ransacked my father's domain and made war on Olympus, you had the audacity to deceive primordial chaos. That takes a spine.
Why, thank you, my girl. I must admit, I thought that chaos would be something of a bargainer, for I was willing to exchange their daughter Nyx for the three fates. But now I have them all.
You played the chthonic gods for a pack of fools. These eldest, most powerful forces in existence. Such choices may come back to haunt you.
Yes, you have come back to haunt me here repeatedly. You, the best that the gods of the underworld and Olympus have to offer. Ah. Damnable. This matters not. My plans are already well underway.
You're gone.
Oh, hello, granddaughter.
No.
It seems the pathways into Erebus are not as well protected as they used to be. I take it this here's the individual who pitted you against me, is this not?
Headmistress! Headmistress, fight him! Fight! Fight back!
This headmistress of yours has considerable knowledge to have thus concealed you. But she is weary. Since that time caught up with her at last, she hears not a word you say.
Unhand her, wretch. Unhand her, or I'll tear you to pieces.
My own children tore me to pieces once before. Look where that got them. Whoever this is, perhaps she shall be more cooperative than you, although I'm not particularly optimistic, nor should you be. Good evening.
Come back! Where is she?
She is now my guest. What did you call that old witch whom you seem to care about so much? Your headmistress? Tell me now exactly who she is, if you yet value her well-being in the least.
She was my mother's handmaiden, nothing more. When you attacked my father's house, she took me away. When I came of age, I vowed to stop you, despite her efforts to dissuade me. Let her go.
At first I thought perhaps that you were a child of Zeus rather than Hades. But you are a terrible liar, granddaughter. Now you shall suffer for your actions, or the handmaiden shall do so in your stead.
Don't you touch her!
At last, you wish to bring about the end of time? Well then observe, for I shall give you but a glimpse. Come finish what your father started, granddaughter. And do take a good look around. Ask yourself, where do you think you are? Or perhaps the better question is when. What is it that you think you see? Who exactly do you think I am? Who do you take me for? And how could you possibly think you can bring about my destruction? But by all means, please go ahead and try. Or do it, better yet. Bring this entire blasted world screaming to a halt. Better than to leave the world in careless hands. You would be doing me a mercy. And saving me a great deal of trouble. Come on, stop me. But understand one thing. I shall always be one step ahead. Impossible.
My mother's handmaiden. You give her back. Right now.
You care so much for this witch handmaiden of yours. Would that a single relative of mine showed me even an iota of concern?
What reason would they have to care? Look what you've done. You're trying to take everything from us. Our future.
We are family. We do not take, we share. Destroy me then, if you possess such strength, and see what future you shall bring about.
This is for that future. And our family.
Future. Family.
Done here. Now for the final step. Thank you, Nyx.
For the moment, time stands still, stricken by the enchanted spear Gygaros, and temporarily susceptible to one final step the Princess of the Dead has planned.
Now for Zagreus to do his part. That ought to hold you. A little extra time for what comes next. Hold on, Headmistress. To the abyss of the subconscious I descend. Whew. Okay, focus. Night and darkness guide me to my blood beyond the grasp of time. All right, need to calm myself. Can't make him more nervous than me.
This has to work. It has to. I mean, why wouldn't it? Everything she says has happened will happen. I mean, it just makes sense, doesn't it? Well, anyway, we'll find out soon enough, if she shows up. Is that... Melinoe, you've returned. You've no idea how much difficulty I had falling asleep so I could see you here again. So what's the word? Have you prepared the spear?
Take hold of Gygaros and we'll find out. You'll have to go immediately to where Chronos resides. Speak to him, but do not mention me at all, as I've not yet been born. I'll be counting on you to succeed.
And the plan is, once I find him, either we become best mates, or else it's death to Chronos, like you said. Do you truly think there's any possibility he comes around? That I won't have to kill him?
Knowing there are infinite possibilities, then I suppose so, yes. But I'm so angry with him still, and frightened about what may come to pass. He's taken so much from me, from all of us, and yet, he wants his family back too. One way or another, he'll get what's coming. We all will.
All right. But we're getting your family back, not just his. Whew, this is a lot. To think this Spear of Fathers has the power to destroy a deathless titan.
It shall in just a moment, so hold it close. May earth and night and darkness hear me now. Bring true death to the deathless by my vow. Dissolution of time.
Gygaros, it's grown hot to the touch, but feels much lighter than before as well. I suppose I should be careful not to prod somebody with it. Besides Chronos.
Go, Zagreus. I've done everything I can here. And we'll see each other again. Some other time than this, perhaps. But still. For now, farewell.
Goodbye, Melinoe. I hope this works.
What now? What is all that infernal racket? Silence, fools, lest we be caught. Guards! Guards! Guards!
Oh, hello.
Who goes there? You lack the clothing of the satyrs' hooves, and have a countenance which I know not.
You must be grandfather. I don't believe we've had the pleasure. I'm called Zagreus. I got a tip about your quite suspicious cabin and decided to go take a look. What are you doing here, if I may ask?
Recuperated. What else would I possibly be doing in a place such as this? So I suppose Hades is to thank for this new grandchild of mine. I never thought that I would see the age when he became a father for himself.
Oh, he's a wonderful father, if you must know. My sole disappointment is that I'm an only child. But he and my dear mother Persephone, the Underworld Queen, truly love each other, so down the line, one can hope.
Why are you telling me all this? So immediately let's my satyrs tear into shreds. Where are those blasted satyrs anyhow?
Grandfather, I'm telling you all this because I thought I'd make a little small talk here before I have to do you in. If you would bring pain and suffering upon my house, as our designated security specialist, I cannot allow that.
What do you know of my intent? You dare speak to me of pain and suffering? Here I have wrought it since an eon prior to when you were but a twinkle in your father's eye. Healers, brothers, traitors and usurpers.
They're your children. Father and I also used to fight. He'd grown isolated from Olympus, and Persephone and me didn't do him any good. What about you? We've only met. Are you prepared to sweep me into your old grudge?
If necessary, yes, of course. Your father and his brothers surely have already poisoned you and your entire generation against me.
Would I be speaking to you if that were the case? Here's the arrangement. Either come along quietly to a little surprise family reunion, or take this spear repeatedly, and you won't soon recuperate, I swear. Which is it going to be?
Who threaten me with annihilation have not experienced a world without time. You would have to dearly miss my influence, nor shall I be shamed and ridiculed before my kin. What do you have me do when they look upon me?
Oh, I don't know. Perhaps just act like you're my grandfather rather than sneaking underneath the house in some sort of profane chamber I ought to have known about. Your time. Why don't you extrapolate a bit?
Extrapolate what? Actually feel the life in which Grandfather Time is there to coddle the spoiled child of my rancorous son. He shall drive the accursed spear through beyond sight if you do not.
No, because you'll be under my protection. And also, no, it won't just be a joy-filled life, especially if you keep on. But it'll probably be better than whatever this is. Now make your choice already. I don't have all day or night.
Severin, a future with such grandchildren as you or the eternal void. How can I possibly decide?
That's it, I'm stabbing you.
Now wait. All this time, for naught. Perhaps the fates themselves always knew my plans would be undone again. 3, 2, 1. Ready or not, hence I go.
You said yourself Mother could use some rest. Why don't you join her? I can keep an eye on things.
No,
Already searched there.
Queen. Nor shall I leave my daughter unattended.
Unattended? You act like I may not be the best influence on her.
I do not act.
Oh, hello. Well, this is a rare treat. The both of you together in this lounge. What brings you here, Grandfather?
I yet to seek the girl's whereabouts is what. I have turned over this residence in its entirety and found nary a sign. She is already as elusive as you always were, Hades.
That or your old senses have dulled. She went running over there by the head chef, where she yet lingers in silence. Go before her patience wears thin.
What Father meant to say was no, we've no idea where my good son's little sister is. She could be anywhere. Have you tried checking the administrative chamber? Gods, I sound like Hypnos.
I do appreciate the hint.
Keep up the good work.
Where are you, my girl? Aha! There you are at last. You might have kept me searching for a while yet, that you found such a secure hiding point amid those shadows.
It sure took you long enough. I was beginning to think I might never see you again.
Ha! That is precisely what your father said when Zagreus first brought me here. Well, are we to suffer through another round?
No, this game is too easy. Tell me another one of your tales about the Golden Age.
Perhaps when you are older, lest your father be displeased. If you defy him, you merely get a mild reprimand. If I defy him, I get cut to little bite-sized bits, which then are sprinkled throughout Tartarus.
Ew! Well, if Father ever does that, I shall simply go find all the bits and put you back together again.
Spoken with the generosity of youth. You are the only one around here who would say such things, Milinoe.
Truly? But don't the others like you, Grandfather?
Oh, they can never get enough of me, my girl. Except, we still have had our differences. But let me not concern you with the past. The only time that matters is right now. And right now... You are it.
Hey, no fair.
Is this the future? Or is it the past? Not merely mine, but yours, granddaughter. Everybody in this house.
Easy there, Cerberus.
Yay! Take that!
That's at last. Just like we trained.
All right, this way, please.
Unbelievable.
What happened then?
I the bloodiest part.
I got you something. I don't know if that's me.
I finally won!
Last.
It's in the blood.
Focus.
Night and darkness guide me. I remember all of that. My life, the way it could have been. Oh gods, Zagreus, did it work? What's going on out there?
Titan.
What?
I...
Prepare to suffer for all that you've done, wretch. Or shall I stay my hand merely because you made the mistake of loosening your hold on me?
All of these newfound thoughts within my mind. Was all of this your doing, witch? I have no memory of you, and yet... Who are you?
Chronos. Headmistress, wait! I think I can explain.
Illinois, where are we? One instant I discover that our enemy invaded Erebus, the next I know he's groveling about my feet. How is this possible? What have you done?
Headmistress, you don't remember, because you weren't there with me. But as for you, Chronos, who am I now to you?
You are my granddaughter, Melinui, whom I know both from this life and an altogether different one, which I now realize was but a dream, a delusion. So then, all I have left is this.
All that you see is what you wrought. As for this other life, how much of it do you recall?
Your youth here in this house with me. How you delighted in a hiding game when you were but a girl. How you and Zagreus would fight, but out of love. Not in the way we fought this very night. I did not realize there could have been this other past we shared. This better past.
A better past? Nonsense. None of it occurred. Nothing has changed. You should be gone, Titan. Not flooded with false memories.
All these memories that sprang to his mind, I remember them as well. A life I could have lived had the Titan never struck.
But I struck. Ever hated and shunned. Finish what you set your mind to, granddaughter. I have no desire to exist in such a world with all of you like this. Not for one moment longer.
Silence! Melinoi, come to your senses. Whatever you did, this wretch is finished and shan't be using his old tricks again. End him.
Wait, please, let me prove this to you. Chronos. Grandfather, listen to me. Steady yourself. Use what power you yet have, and release our family from your hold.
Our family? Why, they are bound as yet. I had them bound. For all this time. What have I done?
Father, Mother, Brother.
My family. Where are we? Is this my house? Father, what is the meaning of all this?
Oh, Hades. Perhaps the princess can explain. As for the queen and prince and all the rest, Millennium, they need but hear your voice. And I await their judgment and your own. Go on, then.
This had better work. Queen Persephone, Prince Zagreus, return to us.
Hades,
Mother.
Millennium, you're all grown up. But then, of course you are. Oh, my heart.
Millennium, it's really you. You look just like your nightmare reflection did. So long ago, before the little you was even born. Did we succeed? Oh, I'm shaking.
They shall recover. Give them time. And give me death. Go on and send me to the blasted void already. You son or that witch, or you granddaughter, one of you. For I am weary of it all. You long for a world without me. It is yours.
Grandfather, no. How could you say that after all we've been through together? I swore you'd be under my protection and... Oh, gods. What happened to this place?
I took this place as what, Zagreus? And ruined it. You need not advocate for me again. You never knew my real self. Merely a possibility and nothing more. And you, Millennium, to think I put you through all this. Take your vengeance.
No. Our family's had enough for now. Who else recalls what happened? Memories as vivid as any you hold dear, but of a separate life we might have lived. Mother, do you remember?
I do. You were insatiably curious as a child, and sometimes too much even for me to handle, so Zagreus and Chronos, they often helped take care of you.
I too remember now. That father was with us after Zagreus discovered him and took him in. Yet all the while, I have been a prisoner. His prisoner here in this time of ours.
Queen Persephone, Lord Hades, do not believe these falsehoods coursing through your minds. Even your son and daughter seem susceptible. You all have been manipulated by the Titan's spell.
Headmistress, that's not true. Don't you understand? The dissolution of time, this is how I manifested it. You always said the task was mine, as were the methods I employed. This was the path I chose.
Then you failed. Death to Chronos was the task, yet there he is. Millennium, what could possibly have compelled you to take such a course?
Your own teachings. To think for myself, not just do as I'm told. But if you still believe destroying Chronos will make our problems go away, then what are you waiting for?
I shall never forgive this Titan for what he has done. To this world, your family, you, or me.
Dear Hecate, my handmaiden, who said anything about forgiveness? I've never heard such pain in you. Last I recall in this life, just before Chronos struck, your task was to protect our daughter at all costs. And you did. You did.
In our moment of peril, you were the only one we could count on, esteemed Witch of the Crossroads. For that and more, you have our gratitude. For all eternity.
I did no more than was my charge, O King and Queen. And I remain as ever at your service. Well then, Malinois. What now?
What now? There is so much to be done. Bringing this house to order, for one thing. Mother, Father, you've seen what was possible. Let us give Chronos one chance to make himself useful, starting with our restoration efforts. Would you grant me that?
Granted. We're not finished with you, Chronos. They say time heals all wounds. Prove it.
Granted, but only this one chance. By the grace of the Princess of the Underworld.
You would permit me such a chance? But I cannot change what already occurred. Cannot undo the unforgivable decisions I have made.
Your time itself. We're not demanding you move backward. We're demanding you move forward.
To move forward. That is all I have ever known. Then I shall make time. Both for this house and everything.
Then be so kind as to get these chains off me so we can get to work.
And so the Princess of the Dead remained in the House of Hades with the Titan of Time and the rest, to aid in the recovery of however much was not forever lost. The rightful Underworld King and Queen were swift to organize this relatively painless task, and Shades of the Dead, still loyal to their cause, answered the call. They and the Titan picked up many pieces of the past. And soon, the house grew more like how it used to be. But then, a summons from Olympus arrived, and the princess knew her stay had reached its end.
Well, this is it.
Hey. Princess? Well, I think we can fix up the rest of this place on our own. Thank you for all your help. Especially the part where you liberated us from our temporal prisons and whatnot.
Believe me, I had nothing better to do. Anyhow, we'll have to find a way to cross paths out there. And each keep an eye on Chronos as we tie up some loose ends.
It must be hard to even look at him after everything he did. I can't help but be glad we're all here, but that's easy for me to say, not having been locked in a lifelong conflict.
I'll manage. You helped me realize there even was a path toward this outcome. As I faced Chronos in this house, I started to sense that being cut off from this family was consuming him.
It might have consumed him completely. Good thing we make a decent brother-sister team. Past and present, real and imagined. And now we don't even need Dreamtime witch magic to stay in touch.
No, I suppose not. Feels like we've been through thick and thin together, doesn't it? Even without the memories of a wholly different and generally more pleasant life. Right now, I'd simply settle for a calmer one.
Come on, you're not the settling sort. Anyway, I know this isn't goodbye, and we'll be seeing each other, though still. I'll miss you, little sister. And do send Hypnos back if he can't wake up on his own.
He'll wake up. I'm going to miss you too, big brother. Take care of everyone, all right?
I will. You take care too.
The notoriously fearsome triple-headed monster Cerberus rests in his favored spot, and now regards the Princess of the Dead with 3 expressions different than before.
Well, boy, this must be the next best thing to guarding the Underworld's gates. Say, do I have your permission to give you a scratch? The way my brother demonstrated before. You're a fine dog.
The very best. My beautiful daughter. We were just talking about you. How you were as a child. Both in this life and the other. Growing up is so difficult. And you had to do it twice.
Which makes me beyond fortunate. Hecate was the best caretaker I can imagine. And I'm so grateful to have experienced a life with you, Mother, where there was so much warmth. And now you've met this other side of me.
And I shall eagerly await getting to know this other side of you even better. And, Hecate, you're certain it's no burden to you to continue looking after her, just in case?
I swore to you that no harm shall come to your daughter, O Queen, and that vow remains. And I shall always care for her, whether she resides with me or not.
Then it's settled. And, Malinui, for what it's worth, I likewise opted not to live at home when I was in my youth.
Please reconsider this, Malinui. You cannot be serious about returning to that dusty glade. Your rightful home is here, and you may be unable to return whilst you are with us due to laws much older than ours. To serve the unseen
is to serve in shadow. I know full well, Headmistress, and do not make this decision lightly, but I can't leave the crossroads, especially when we've so much left to do.
Working with Chronos on this new venture of his, you've been instrumental in altering time as we know it. So you're certainly the best fit to keep things that way.
Ensuring time keeps working in our favor seems like a good way to spend my own time. It should be interesting, and the matter is close to my heart. Perhaps I was born for this.
You were born for much more, but we'll do our share. Cerberus has already taken to prancing through the fields of his own accord, and your father and I shall not be far. As for your brother, well, he always turns up.
All this is going to be an adjustment, though, isn't it? Even if I'll see you all again soon.
An adjustment is putting it mildly. Now go make your rounds, and I'll see you off before you depart. I love you, baby girl.
I love you too, Mother. Thank you for being here.
Only because of you.
Hail.
It's been an honor, sir.
The honor's mine. Heading out? Olympus doesn't like to be kept waiting, I know. We'll remember you here, lass. Somehow it still feels as if we've only met. What an unusual time.
That it is, Achilles, sir. I have these glimpses now of cherished moments I might have spent with you and the other house servants had the past but gone differently. Are the others doing well?
They seem to be. Your relatives recovered the most swiftly, but I think we're all still feeling some effects. And catching up on everything we missed, and aiding where we can.
I'll miss you all. This really does feel like a dream at times. I fear I may forget it, as one tends to do with dreams.
I trust you'll still remember what I always told you about fear. Please don't worry. I know we may not see you for a while, but I shall await whenever we may meet again.
As shall I. Let me get that for you.
That's the way.
When I was having difficulties with my son, sometimes I thought of you, Father. I cannot fathom having had more children to contend with all at once.
Yes, well, I was not terribly successful at contending with you a lot now, was I? Particularly Zeus. To think that I shall see him and the others again soon.
I can make no assurances about how you shall be received. These dreamlike memories we share did not reach Mount Olympus, it seems. But Zeus does have my full report.
Surely a ringing endorsement, but I merely jest. If time can be so cruel, then it is only fitting for children to be much the same. Would you not agree, Granddaughter?
We may have more in common than we'd like to admit. But in any event, Lord Uncle Zeus asked you to come alone. Only the fates now know what lies in store. although there's still no sign of them, even with Nyx's aid.
None. I cast them into the abyss. Had I known precisely where, they would have known how to get back. Yet if my hypothesis about such possibilities as we experienced is correct, we may find them.
We shall. And I look forward to testing this hypothesis. Perhaps we'll all learn something about ourselves.
Would that we could. Gods and titans may be doomed to live forever, but we need not be bound to our old ways.
Indeed. Father, thank you for all your hospitality. It gladdens me to see you doing well.
I would not be if not for you, daughter. I trust that we shall see each other again soon. And perhaps even you, father.
Likewise, Hades. At least this house is mostly to your preference again. Beyond these halls, of course, much more is to be done.
Yes, well, Father, I wish you the best with the ongoing underworld renovations. As for us, our chariot is here.
That it is. I am prepared.
Shadows conceal you.
Moonlight, guide us. Sister Selene, great Nyx.
My faithful Eye of Night, my child. Thank you for ensuring that our realm remains secure and keeping watch above it all. I never doubted that I could count on you.
But Mother, had our watch been more dependable, then none of this would have transpired.
Trying times shall always come about, testing our resolve. Thus we grow strong, as do the bonds we share. Even now, I sense the powerful connection between you and the princess of the underworld.
It was my honor to work with Sister Selene, O Nyx. She has always been my guiding light. I'm so pleased that you could finally see each other again.
A reunion you made possible, with Hecate and the Unseen. Your services shall be remembered, O Millenoi, Princess. Now go, for there are more reunions to be had.
Thank you, Mother, and farewell for now.
I must say, I did not expect that we could ever draw you down this far, Sister Selene. I thought perhaps not even Headmistress could in all her experience.
If you are ready, little star, then let us go, lest we outstay our greetings and farewells. I am honored to have seen these halls, and to return to Shadow with you on this night in victory, not haste.
Come, Millenoi, for all the reasons that Selene says. We have a delivery that we must make besides.
Then let's be off. If only Artemis were here, this could have been a proper Silver Sisters reunion, couldn't it?
Then let us ride into the dark above. And do be careful to hold on as we depart.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, daughter.
You get to fly like this each night.
If I may briefly interrupt, we have arrived at our initial destination, everyone. Olympus is not far from here.
I do appreciate the ride upon your gleaming chariot, O Moon, but it is time for me to go. Perhaps my conversations with Hades have prepared me to face my other sons.
We've informed Lord Uncle Zeus of what happened and given our recommendations, though he'll have many questions for you, and ought to be expecting you by now. Remember the chance you've been given, Grandfather.
Time cannot forget, and ought never to be late. May Zeus at least permit me to assist you from here on. Knowing there were real possibilities, this all could have gone worse.
To think that the entire flow of time is fractured because of what occurred.
I would liken it more to a moment of self-discovery on my part. Despite my advanced age, it seems I did not know all that there is to know about myself. But then again, who does? Now farewell, and thank you, granddaughter. Right. Off I go.
Well, good evening.
Thought we'd drop in.
Lord Apollo and Lady Artemis.
It's a beautiful night, Lady Selene, and you must be the esteemed Witch of the Crossroads. You've trained my cousins very well indeed to have brought Chronos to our heights, still in one piece.
Fine, Apollo, I was incorrect for once. No need to boast. Melinoe, I may have wagered that you'd cut the Titan to ribbons sooner than you'd bring him here.
I know it's unimaginable, but he came here willingly, and Lord Zeus wanted to speak to him in private. Wait, does that mean you were kicked out of your house?
Well, we consider it a palace, but, no. No, we've been appointed to escort you to the Crossroads as a symbol of our family's unity, and come bearing a gift. Shall we be off?
We ride.
Here we go.
Before the dawn, only dark shrouds the sky. In the east, when the sun begins to rise, shadows stretch their gloomy figures, shifting until the twilight comes now.
was Hades, feared ruler of the dead, restored to his rightful throne alongside splendorous Persephone, the queen. The attacks upon Olympus finally ceased, and ever since, the gods governed our world with newfound care. As for the princess of the dead, Melinoi, she stayed in steady touch with all her family from the dark comfort of the shadows that had long since been her home. And she and the Silver Sisters kept their secret vigil over all the realms forevermore.
May it all turn out that way in time, Homer. Though we're not there yet, especially not with the Fates still missing. We achieved something important, but more is to be done. I said we're not finished. Grandfather with the king and queen.
Ruling the
Granddaughter.
The sun shall...
Now do you see, my son? Although the Typhon with whom you already clashed is gone, there could have been certain circumstances under which he remained. One fewer now, of course.
And how many of these circumstances are there, would you say, Father? For we cannot expect Melinoi to battle to our mountaintop for all eternity.
Speaking of which, welcome again, my dear. We were just having ourselves a bit of a chat with your grandfather. We've not decided what to do with him as yet, you see.
From highest peak...
Oh, hello, granddaughter. I had assured the king and queen that you would be victorious again, for you have been victorious before. Thank you for validating my theories.
So that mortal...
Oh, you're welcome. King Zeus, Queen Hera. I can attest these possibilities of Typhon do appear to exist, having just found one with Grandfather's assistance and eradicated it.
Typhon is closer to a shade of himself now. The possibility of his dominion over Olympus has grown faint, and fainter still with each of your successes. But how many are required, I unfortunately cannot calculate.
And why not? Perhaps if we persuaded you sufficiently, Titan, you'd be inclined to answer in a more straightforward way.
I have but recently learned of these possibilities myself. Time is flowing freely forth for the most part. My granddaughter merely can ensure that there are no obstructions of concern. At her convenience, of course.
And I would see to that, however long it takes. By your leave, of course, O King and Queen. I ask that you permit Grandfather to carry on. Thus far, he's been true to his word.
We do have something suitable for you in mind, Father, but due to matters of security, our palace henceforth is to be sealed off. Melinoi, perhaps when your mother resumes her yearly travels here, you may come visit again.
We've been such awful hosts to you, my dear. We never intended for any of this to occur. But we have pledged you our support before, and you shall have it for as long as you require, even if we bicker over it now and again. Fare you well.
Onward!
Hail, Lady Demeter. We did it, Grandmother. You fought so hard for me, for all of us. But it must be difficult to see Chronos again.
I shall not dignify him with so much as a passing glance, Melinoi. The Titan would have reached a different end were it for me to decide, but I'm grateful that the outcome was not worse.
From what I gathered, this may be farewell for a while, at least face to face. I'll still be seeing you most nights, if you'll be able to keep aiding me by boon.
Of course. And there shall come a time again when your mother shall be visiting us half the year. Perhaps then you may come along, once every few seasons at least. Oh, and here, to keep you warm.
Grandmother, is this for me? Thank you.
We ought to be feasting in your name as far as I'm concerned, Sunshine. No sign of Dionysus still, and our new guest has drawn most of the attention. Soon we also won't be letting anybody in from the outside.
It's all right, cousin, as I'm not much for feasting anyhow. And we do need to find a place for this grandfather of ours. Do you know what Lord Uncle Zeus has in store for him?
Not entirely, but my impression is he's sending Chronos back into the underworld, to Lord Hades. Apparently they've reached some sort of bargain. So, you truly think our grandfather has changed?
I think he has a different outlook on things, yes. As for me, sounds like I may not be able to return anytime soon. This place truly is beyond compare, and with each visit, you've made me feel welcome. Thank you for that and everything.
Oh, come on, it's all of us who should be thanking you, and quite profusely, I should add. Anyhow, not like this is a permanent farewell. I'll keep in touch by Boone, all right?
All right. It sounds like I may not be visiting again anytime soon, so thank you all. And please let the others know I wish them well. Let's keep in touch by Boone. Return to Shadow now.
Good. You are here at last. Now that you faithfully retraced your path, I ought to be able to manipulate the course of time such that you find yourself within the house, whilst a remnant self of mine sits on your father's throne. Ready?
Not quite. Shall this go much like on the summit of Olympus? The way you conjured up a vision of a time that could have been?
Well, I certainly believe this ought to transpire as you say. Of course, that which awaits within shall perhaps be a little different in each instance that we venture thus.
Very well, then. Tula, catch. Come on out. It's a jiffy.
See you shortly.
Wow, it worked.
You again. Insolent girl. I do not know how you last managed to escape from me, but you have gravely erred in setting foot again within these halls, thus giving me a second chance.
This is not your second chance, Titan, but your last. You are an aberration and should not even exist, not here like this.
If I may interrupt, greetings. In case the resemblance is insufficient, I am you. Yet I am also me. I know this must be difficult to accept, but my granddaughter is quite correct.
Grandfather, let me handle this. Knowing how you used to be, he won't be listening to reason here.
This foolishness, this mockery. You would confound me with these cheap illusions, whilst you deign to lecture me about what should exist or not. Be gone. Even now. But I thought none could possibly resist the ravages of time. But you, how? You, my vestige, shall unfortunately never know. Now forgive this old man his transgressions. May time flow freely forth. What I feel most odd.
What did I tell you?
Oh, I like your dress.
Grandfather?
Salutations. Would you permit that we occasionally meet thus, granddaughter? I realize our prior conversations here in Erebus were fraught, but perhaps we may yet start anew, here in this life.
I'll have to learn not to attack you here on sight, but let's give it a shot. What is it about this place that's so special?
Well, I know how to find it, for one, and you tend to pass through it, for two. At any rate, you now have seen the real possibilities that linger on Olympus and below. Let us eliminate the ones that would have led to ruin.
I do like preventing ruin. You'll be closely watched by Olympus and the underworld every step of the way. Don't squander the chance you've been given.
I keep telling myself the same. All right, my girl, this shall unfold exactly as before. You leap into the river, I ensure you end up in the proper stream. See you later.
Wow.
What have you done? You have seen that I do not stay gone. Fight me to your heart's content. No matter the outcome, it is you who ends up banished from this place. Or are you here merely to rummage through your family's old, unneeded things?
I have no need of anything of theirs, only your head.
That you cannot have, my girl, for I shall be requiring it to rule the realms with wisdom such as my unruly children never had. And you apparently have even less. This victory of yours shall be short-lived. May time flow freely forth. This I shall not forget.
Vescelamius.
Granddaughter.
Hail, grandfather.
Come now.
Grandfather? The wounds our family has suffered perhaps shall never truly heal, but you've at least tried to take some of the initial steps. So here, this is for you.
Oh, what a precious bottle. Thank you, granddaughter. Nectar from Olympus. But it does look rather good. The custom still is to provide some sort of gift in kind, is that not so? Then here, if you please.
What an unusual device, and made of gold. Thank you. Grandfather, what of the three fates? You truly sent them into exile without knowing where they went.
Well, yes. Another terrible mistake I dearly wish to rectify. I'm attempting to locate them in the depths of possibility, except they could be almost anywhere there.
There must be something we can do. Are they in any danger? And don't you fear reprisal if we ever find them?
I must admit I do fear somewhat more for me than them, but my attempts to resist the workings of the fates have never been successful in the past. Should they return, I shall accept whatsoever they may have in store.
We'll figure something out. Mighty Supai, now make Ignium burn brighter still.
What have you done? To the father of all monsters, what have you done? For he is nowhere to be found.
Such details are none of your concern, wretch. Know only that you're next. May your final moments be in pain.
You speak to me of pain. I can lock you with it for eternity. You shall come to understand it even better than I. You brat. I curse the day your father sired you. May time flow freely forth. You did this to me. Now.
Time flows freely forth.
Go get him.
Oh, hello.
Hello, my girl. You have considerable power over time, that you can turn some of my innate power against me. Perhaps your knack for this is merely a recessive family trait.
Don't insult me and don't fool yourself. When you took my family, you created in me a lifelong desire to see you destroyed. So I simply prepared.
A lifelong desire. Your life, girl, is but a blink of an eye to me. No one achieves abilities as yours through force of will alone. Though you are no mere god, you are a witch. once more by a mere god. A time flow freely forth. The sting of my own scythe.
For what you did to this house.
There you are.
Grandfather?
Salutations. Why, this is very generous of you. The House of Hades had a relatively small supply of this. But in my rancor, I had it all smashed up. This bottle I'll be careful to preserve.
Please, keep it, knowing nectar is also to be savored. As for those other bottles, their contents would have soaked into the earth, so perhaps the house is a bit brighter now. These are the possibilities of you whom I face. It's strange to speak with them as though none of this occurred.
Oh, very much so, yes. However, that is the reason they are possibilities and nothing more. Thus you may humor them before proceeding with the quite unpleasant bit.
And it doesn't trouble you to be involved. Personally eliminating something that looks just like you. That is you.
But I am me. For are we not the sum of our experiences, granddaughter? To reject one's stubborn old thoughts and ways, it can be quite invigorating. So let us carry on. Go on, my timekeeper. Blast. The course of history is mine to shape. Yet you continue vexing me, as though you wish to do so in my stead. Fine, what shall it be? Shall I just go ahead and cede my rightful throne?
You don't set the course of history. Your time. You're just the paving stones we cross along our way. More than getting back at the gods, you're getting back at the fates, who know your rightful place in all of this.
I do in fact take issue with the fates. Though they ought to be none of your concern or anyone's. Imagine being free to make your own decisions now, only to long for the weight of their yoke upon your back. How pathetic.
Time for a dazzling display.
Out. Once more you bring me low. But not for long. Time flow freely forward. How is this possible?
For Olympus.
Hello and goodbye.
May Nurgle grant this form of Zorafet still greater might.
Now, what is that you have which gleams of gold? Why, that is mine. One of my finest timepieces, you thief. And now you brazenly come here with it?
Oh, I'm no thief. This was a gift. But let's not bother to get into that. I don't have all night, neither do you.
How astonishingly presumptuous. I have all the time in the world. But you, my girl, are quickly running out. Hated children such as you. A time flow freely forward. May all my kin be damned.
Fall, I said.
Out of the woods.
Salutations.
This bottle's golden hue. I cannot imagine a more beauteous color, truly. In this life, I did not realize Olympus delighted in gold the way I do. Although you seem to prefer silver, granddaughter.
I always have. We work under the moon and stars. The sheen of silver reminds me of them. But Gold now reminds me of Apollo, I suppose, and he is quite approachable, in case you haven't met.
Apollo, the musician. He seemed a talented young lad.
Have you made contact with Prometheus after everything that's happened with us? He and I never really got along, though I started to sense he wasn't really on your side.
He is intelligent, that one. Perhaps even too much for his own good. I regret that you were forced to come to blows, but he and I are no longer in touch. To keep conditions closer to the way they were.
He has navigated this situation rather carefully for all the trouble he's caused the gods. I suppose that all makes sense if he truly could anticipate every outcome.
That sounds like the Prometheus I know. See you later.
Oh, hello.
You look a bit unwell. You have been busy on the surface, have you not? Paid witness to indomitable fleets that sail toward inevitable victory and the destruction of the mountain of the gods.
The only fleet I saw up there was a ramshackle mess whose crew could barely stand, much less put up a fight. No wonder you have failed to take Olympus yet.
My fleets may not be to your standards, girl, but they have one important characteristic which the gods all sorely lack. They are loyal to me to the end, whichever end I deem. You truly are a nuisance, to be sure, but you accomplish naught. This shall not hurt at all.
For Cerberus.
Oh, good.
Grandfather, another pool of purging just as planned. May moonlight guide us.
Is that what you say? I partook of the nectar which you previously gave to me, and my, such a wondrous flavor. And so I thought, I've not yet rightly earned such privileges from you.
It's not a privilege. It's a simple gift. It's not even the fancy stuff. You'll have to try ambrosia sometime, especially since you enjoy a nice golden hue.
Ambrosia, yes. Perhaps at some point I shall have opportunity to share in it along with this family. But that I know shall take considerable time. No more for now, please, granddaughter. Not while so much is left undone.
Some other time, then. How did you reawaken Typhon, Grandfather? I always wondered about that. And to have caught the Olympians by surprise with such a monstrous being.
Oh, I would rather not discuss such bitter memories, but that monster's reawakening was in some ways akin to mine when Zacharias found me. On a much larger scale, of course.
I see, and I won't press you on it, but this may be strange to ask, though did you and Typhon know each other well?
He was the father of all monsters, showing no concern for his own brood, much less others. He was a means to an end. We were using each other, one could say.
I understand. That's all.
Very well. Go get him! Oh, not again. You somehow reached the mountain of the gods. Clashed with Prometheus himself, he claims. Whichever path you choose, we Titans shall be there.
Good. Then I have every opportunity to slay you all. So you liberated the prisoner of Olympus in exchange for his servitude? I heard Prometheus once had integrity.
Oh, but he has it still, which is the reason he has joined my cause. Besides, who better to lead my strike forces against Olympus than one who was so unjustly wronged by the gods? for I cannot do everything myself. Low once more. For what? Some grains of sand. Death to Chronos, was it? What is happening to me?
For what you did to this house.
See you later.
Chronos!
The Hades girl returns. The Titan of Foresight confessed that you were able to withstand his fury, to which I said, Prometheus, my good fellow, if you knew this would transpire, why did you not forewarn me? And why did you not prevent it?
Perhaps you overestimate the Titan of Foresight's power to clearly see into the future, along with his strength.
He claims to keep the details of the future to himself, so as not to alter the desired outcome. How convenient. It does not take a genius such as he to know I shall eventually prevail. Again. You waste your precious time. Olympus burns. Death to Chronos. Time cannot be.
What did I tell you?
Hello?
Hello, grandfather. Death to Chronos.
Oh my. Your father and his brother Zeus were generous enough to give me an opportunity to be of some small service to the underworld. The Isles of the Blessed are the finest spots in all Elysium, and I shall certainly keep them that way.
That's a high honor you've been given, grandfather. Some of the greatest mortal heroes must be there. Shall the new responsibility leave you with time enough to meet like this?
Oh, I should think it shall be more convenient than before. Elysium is really not that far. You shall have to visit at some point, once your father's underworld renovations are complete, which I suppose may take another age.
Father does seem the exacting type. Well, all the best in the new role. Fate's willing. See you soon in Tartarus.
Retrace your steps with care. Go on, my timekeeper.
May the dark goddess Hell awaken in Revol power untold. I thought all the chthonic gods opposed you openly, but you persuaded Eris of all creatures to your side. A laughable alliance, though not bad for sowing more destruction and dissent.
I'm owed credit for a great many things, my girl, but not for any such alliances with strife. What use have I for Nyx's youngest whelp? Although perhaps she is no fool, if she has rallied to my banners, as you say. Once more, I am undone, but I shall be back in the blink of an eye. Sorry there, old boy.
For my brother.
To think the task of vanquishing me almost fell to you. I am most fortunate that it did not, for I could not have easily resisted retribution incarnate. I cannot imagine who could.
Me neither, so don't try anything around here. And if you and the princess need another helping hand cleaning up after yourself, let me know. Been wanting to pitch in.
Then you have heard about the nature of our present course. There are so many possibilities which must be ruled out one by one. If you are truly willing to assist in this...
Might as well. Set my mind to it a while back and can get all the way to Tartarus, just not inside the house.
I can readily address that detail.
Tell me more.
You take care. You again. Now, what is that preposterous contraption which you wear? Alas, not even I am able to keep up with you young upstarts and your perplexing fashion trends.
Oh, this is the black coat. I haven't put it on for fashion's sake, although you're right in that you won't be able to keep up.
Such confidence in your abilities, or in the Fate's designs. But you must know, newfangled armaments such as that cannot compare with the classics. You damnable. You eluded me at each and every turn. May time flow freely forward. I shall remember this.
Fiskelamius.
See you shortly.
Wow, it worked.
How predictable. You are quite dangerous, I must admit. You have repeatedly breached into Tartarus and this house. Impossibilities, if not for your tainted bloodline. And you are able to withstand my conjuring. Might I again politely ask you how?
You call that politely? You didn't even say the magic word. But since you really want to know, I'm from the future. You'll later come to realize the error of your ways and teach me to stop you before you can cause more harm.
Oh, quite an imaginative tale. A comedy, for the utterly outrageous premise beggars belief. My girl, one cannot travel back in time. Time marches ever forward, and I alone determine at which rate. You cannot stop me. Merely slow me down a bit. Death to Chronos. Imposter! How did you?
You're gone.
What a fine dress you have.
Hail, grandfather.
Come now. I have a question for you, granddaughter, if you would share your point of view. Do you suppose I ought to permit myself to grow a beard? To fit in better with my children, I suppose.
Oh, that's largely a matter of taste. Personally, I think growing a beard would mostly make you look older. And my father and uncles aren't expecting you to be like them.
I do suppose that you are right. I always did prefer a cleaner countenance. Perhaps that is the very reason that my children opted otherwise.
I could see that.
Go on, my timekeeper.
I'm home.
Hello again, my girl. You are proving to be quite a nuisance. If only because you insist on continually setting loose your father's wretched old three-headed cur. To think how such a beast used to be kept within these walls.
So you keep casting out poor Cerberus into the morning fields, where he rages alone, of all your unforgivable offenses.
What would you have me do?
I do not require him to guard the gates to this realm, for they are open wide. And I certainly do not require him to shed everywhere. Though bloodshed, I accept. To have been brought this low once more by a mere god. May time flow freely forward. What have you done to me?
For the underworld.
How fare you, little one?
Grandfather. Moonlight guide us.
Is that what you say?
Grandfather, Nemesis mentioned that she may have encountered you in Tartarus. How did that go?
Oh, very well indeed. I had presumed that only you would have capacity to face unwanted traces of myself, but as it happens, so can Nemesis, and she is very strong.
So she was serious. She confronted one of those traces with your aid and was able to prevail. What, did she hack him to bits with the Stygian blade?
Well, I prefer not to describe the details, but she used effective means. This must be possible only because she was so near your path before.
She truly did it.
Go on, then.
Wow.
Come closer. A moment passes, then another, and another. I have names for them in every measure, you know? The very brief ones. The ones that linger.
If you're quite finished, I'll try not to take up more than a few of the very brief ones you mentioned.
I understand the need to cut time down to smaller bits, I do. Hours cut down to minutes. Minutes cut down to seconds. Because the whole of it, my girl, is too much to fathom. Once more, I am undone. And I shall be back in the blink of an eye. Death to Chronos. Time cannot be stopped.
For Olympus.
Another time.
Refreshing.
You dare return. The ill effects of chaos here. Such senselessness. So then have you persuaded the primordial originator into thinking that I somehow got the best of our exchange? Nix and the three fates. Or nothing at all.
Chaos indicated some displeasure, yes? But the effects you sense are no more to my benefit than yours. We're talking about a perfectly impartial being.
Impartial, you say? A thinking being is incapable of that. The moment Chaos first conceived of anything, they renounced impartiality forever. And certainly they are not on my side. I struck not even once. May time flow freely forth. What have you done to me?
By the will of chaos. Gemstones from the earth. Mission complete. I'm ready. Return to Shadow now.
The bounds of what is possible continue to expand.
See you shortly.
Wow. worked.
The Fates cannot help you now. My work has made much easier for all the enemies Olympus has accrued. From the satyrs, to the harpies, to the Cyclops, Polyphemus, and much more. It is not I alone who seeks the downfall of the gods.
So you gathered up the dregs, lusting for power or revenge? Such company you keep. I know that Polyphemus well enough by now. His loyalty can almost certainly be bought.
Oh, that it can. Loyalty is either earned or bought, and it makes very little difference either way. Polyphemus has his limitations, to be sure, but he is not a lost cause. Low once more. For what? Some grains of sand. A time flow freely forward. How is this possible?
For the unseen.
There you are.
I'm home.
Come all this way again.
So what have you done with the three fates? You would incur the wrath of all chthonic gods, as though the wrath of all Olympus weren't enough.
Oh, I banished them, where I cannot say or when. In any event, they trouble us no longer with their manipulative weavings. No, what happens now is entirely up to us. I was evaded, constantly, as though you always were a step ahead. A time flow freely forward.
For Cerberus.
Greetings.
May time flow freely forth. For what it's worth, Grandfather, I think the bitter war you waged against Olympus may have been eye-opening for some of our relatives, at least. They may be gods, but they know they're not perfect.
Well, perfection, to my knowledge, cannot be achieved. Merely striven for. My children could be obstinate about their weaknesses, but most likely they inherited that trait from me.
Even still, with the war finally ended, there's much to be done on the surface as well as here. I'm realizing that our renovation effort in the underworld, to some extent, is worldwide.
When you get to be my age, you may yet wistfully recall the way the world used to be. It is a curse of growing old, perhaps. May our family yet guide this world into more prosperous times.
May that be so.
Another time.
Refreshing.
Welcome. Why do you ceaselessly attack my humble shepherd Polyphemus, who seeks merely to attend his flock in peace? At least you have given him a bit of reprieve by being here.
Your humble shepherd doesn't let me leave the city of Afura willingly, so I've been showing myself out. You should know, he often is asleep on the job.
Punishable behavior, if true. Of course, I pay that Cyclops next to nothing. And you always get what you pay for, girl. I have returned from worse. Suffered much worse than from the likes of you. A time flow freely forward. A sting of my own scythe.
Fall, I said.
timekeeper. Welcome to my house. My understanding is that you attended quite the musical performance in the pit of Oceanus. You have navigated all of the infernal pipework just for that.
Oh, it's no trouble at all. Such a vibrant interest there in the performing arts. You should visit more often.
I truly ought, and wrest control over the blasted place as my rightful domain. For now, I merely sponsor some of the delightful programming you enjoy each night. You are no granddaughter of mine, that you would deign to treat me thus. A time flow freely forth. You shall not succeed.
In the name of Hades.
See you shortly.
Great Shiva, grant to Cassynth your full destructive force.
I am quite flummoxed with that boatman fellow just outside, who has the gall to scull his little boat right to my very doorstep. The satyrs have more fear of him than you.
You ought fear him yourself. Lord Charon knows every stone in the underworld. Every drop in the 5 rivers. You say you can't be stopped. Neither can he.
That trinket peddler, crudely hawking his ill-gotten wares to his very limited base of customers, and hoarding so much gold I generously wrought. A noble ally that you have. My age, perhaps, is catching up with me. This shall not hurt at all. What I feel most odd.
For my brother.
Go on, then.
May the Morrigan now sharpen Limandoros for the kill.
Whilst I have yet to attend one myself, it is my understanding that performances by Scylla and her siren cohort oft leave much to be desired. Perhaps I ought to rescind my patronage.
I do worry they're a bit of a sunk cost. I see the same handful of devoted listeners in their audience night after night, but no real signs of growth.
Well, my girl, a small devoted audience is not at which to scoff. I myself started with but a few satyr devotees, and look how far I have come. Good.
Grandfather?
Salutations. You have my children's blessings even now. I'm relieved they are still offering their aid, considering the crisis I created and the harm I brought upon their home.
It seems we're all committed to setting this right, such as we can. The Olympians are no strangers to occasional fights anyhow, although perhaps not quite as bad as this last one.
Yes, well, if we are to exist in this small world together for eternity, we have incentive to alleviate the misery which we ourselves create. I thank you all for the support. See you later.
Wow.
You yet persist. When first I came here to this house, your father and his servants, they did not put up much of a fight. Not even Nyx herself. Although in fairness, I did take them by surprise.
What did you think you would accomplish taking Night Incarnate as your captive among all the rest? Her influence is not so easily undone.
I grant you that it has been rather dark in spite of Nyx's temporary leave. Nevertheless, I do prefer having fewer disagreeable sorts about. Not even one, in fact. You cannot stop me. Merely slow me down a bit. Death to Chronos, was it?
What did I tell you?
There you are. We have a visitor.
Odd. All of this looks entirely the same, and so do you, Titan. I had expected that perhaps this night had something new for me in store.
Oh, do not sound so disappointed, granddaughter. If you wish for me to muster some newfangled trick of mine in order to enliven these proceedings, I am happy to oblige. No. You do not control the flow of time. Not here. We have a score to settle, do we not? Time cannot be stopped. Time does not stop for you. No. Who exactly do you think you are? I said no. We fight. Are you enjoying this? You only prolong your demise. No. No. Such antics you attempt with me. Your power is formidable, but no. We now resume the battle already in progress. Cease this and fight. How very rude of you to even try. You do not control the flow of time. Not here. No. No. Time does not stop for you. How very rude of you to even try. We have a score to settle, do we not? Time cannot be stopped. Who exactly do you think you are? I said no. We fight. We now resume the battle already in progress. You do not control the flow of time. Not here.
My time belongs to me and no one else. So mote it be.
Out of the woods.
Hello, Grandfather. Salutations. One thing I've wondered, Grandfather, for all these possibilities we face, I understand what happens if I prevail, more or less. But if I fail there, what then?
The possibility remains. Nothing more. Do not concern yourself with that too much. You know there are a lot of these to go around. You may not prevail in them all.
Will I have other chances to correct my mistakes? Return to the same possibility and clear it up?
I do not know. Perhaps not. Perhaps even your failures, as you call them, shall have the desired result. There is much I do not fully understand. Embarrassing as that may be.
I'm learning too.
Refreshing, is it not? Do take care.
Oh, hello.
Ah, at last.
Have you once marveled at the ever-turning gears in Tartarus? My little contribution to the underworld's design? A steady means of moving things along. I call it clockwork. A cycle without end, akin to the turning of the seasons.
I'm not here for a tour. That clockwork could have only come from you. An eyesore, going nowhere, groaning all along.
Going nowhere? One with capacity for magic ought to espouse a deeper understanding of this world. We are always going somewhere. The future, my girl. Into the future. You prolong the inevitable. Withstood the gods, even the fates. If you would deign to bring me low, how dare you? How dare you? Monstrous grandchild, you. May time flow freely forth. Time cannot be stopped.
For my mother.
Expecting someone else. Beg pardon the interruption, granddaughter, but I have come to see the work of my monstrous associate upon these hallowed heights. I have only heard the tales.
I know the real reason that you're here on such a night. Well, I've grown accustomed to dealing with you and Typhon both. Perhaps not all at once.
Oh, fear not, for I am but a harmless apparition presently. Harmless inasmuch as you cannot harm me at all. Although the other way around, well, you shall see. Come forth, Typhon!
Chronos. Once I'm through with Typhon, I'm coming after you.
You are nothing but a pathetic child. May you always remember that, should you somehow withstand what shall imminently transpire. She not adorable, Typhon? Look at her little feet as she goes running all about. Leave me be, you brat.
Let me go!
You broke free. All right, you win, you little.
Chronos vanished too.
To have come all this way. It is impossible, or at least utterly preposterous, that you were somehow able to subdue the monster Typhon here, whilst I myself was harrying you with my various techniques. But you shall not be quite so fortunate again.
And what makes you think that? You're only here because the will of Night has brought you directly to me, so I can deal with you both at once.
Mere witchery and lies. The apparition that you see exists entirely because of my own will. To think that you could summon one such as I nearly at whim. Prepare yourself.
What you have done to me at once, or I shall purge you from existence, Titan.
My, how frightening. But it is most improper for a child to speak so rudely to her grandfather, so you shall have to be punished. If the father of all monsters and I cannot even stop this darling little child, then perhaps we are unfit. Are you quite done?
Lady Athena!
My spell. Are you quite pleased with yourself now?
Takes care of both of them.
Olympus. How many times are you going to drag my apparition all the way up here? Although I ought to point out that doing so requires practically no effort on my part.
Good, as I'd hate to inconvenience you, Grandfather. You should be off relaxing somewhere at your age. I hear the Isles of the Blessed are very comfortable.
Oh, I am not considering retirement, my girl. It is you who should be giving it some serious thought instead. Fight her properly this time, Typhon. And all his ilk could see you now, my girl. Get back up, monster. Just turn back.
How is this even possible? I am no longer the mere child I once was, and yet...
Always remember how small and frightened you once must have felt. Inside, you are still that same old wretched girl. And you go easy on her, Typhon. She is but a poor, defenseless little girl.
You
How did you... This did not exactly go as planned.
Fall, damn you.
Like clockwork. Welcome to my house. You think yourself quite clever and most skilled to have withstood the end of time, but you achieved nothing at all, for I am here as usual, whilst you remain right there.
You also thought there was no possible way I could vanquish you, let alone in that end-of-time place. You're more error-prone than you realize.
No, you are error-prone, my girl, because time is by its very nature quite precise, and it is always right. But if you wish to test your suppositions, by all means. Not even my full strength sufficed. Death to Chronos. Time cannot be.
For the unseen.
Go get him.
Chronos!
Welcome back. The future is unwoven, uncertain. Not even the fates themselves can anticipate how all of this shall end, or when. Yet you press on.
I thought you were all about the inevitable. Whether the outcome of this has been foretold or not, I'll see it through. Call it a morbid curiosity.
I call it reckless abandon, nothing more. You fail to consider the many possibilities in which you prove unable to enjoy the fruits of your labors. Interesting trick. How could this transpire? Sorry there, old boy. Do not presume you won.
Fall, I said.
You owe me this time on. Some monster he is. Why won't you turn back?
You may chortle with that monster all you like, Titan, but the final laughter shall be mine alone.
There is no way to turn back time, but I can make exceptions here and there, because I make the blasted rules. You cannot even stop a helpless little girl, then I do not know what to tell you.
All right, then.
Lost.
I break this spell.
Poor little girl, are you going to cry? For all the hardship which you have endured? Cease with all your struggling already. What can you possibly be hoping to achieve?
Not yet. My turn now.
Not again. Farewell. Looking for someone?
Pardon my lateness. I had some wretches to contend with. I thought you let everyone go, regardless of past transgressions.
I let just about everyone go, yes. You may be surprised, however, to learn that some of those so-called wretches do not care for Hades very much. They were quite eager to serve me instead, when nicely asked. With you, I shall not even bother. Strength shall fail you. Previous engagement likewise ought to have ended thus.
I could have had him.
Time to go.
I'm home.
Returned again, I see.
Get up, wretch. Titan, Lord Master Chronos, whatever they call you now. It's time, as you might say.
It is indeed. And they have called me many things, many names in eons past. There are those who think me nothing more than the offspring of heaven and earth of all the nerve. And you are even less cordial than they. This is impossible. A time flow freely forth. Imposter, how did you?
For my father.
You called? How can you possibly believe that you possess the wherewithal to overcome us both? Or even my considerable strength pales in comparison to that of the father of all monsters.
I've vanquished each of you before. I see no reason why I couldn't do it again. You'll likely just be getting in each other's way.
I do think that Typhon shall be inconvenienced by me. But as for you, my girl, well, let us imminently see. Look who... We're not done. Turn back.
Do you think this is funny, Titan?
Your mother mother would have been so very proud of the delightful little girl you once were. Ah, well. You make attempts to break my spell. How very clever, especially for one so very young.
You have made a grave error in judgment.
Do you think if I was but a bit more careful, then I could have taken you along with all the rest of your dear family and saved myself the trouble here? A fitting form for one as small-minded as you, although barely a snatch of a platform here. How is this?
Back to the abyss!
All right, you won again, happy?
Down with Typhon.
Granddaughter.
Death to Chronos.
To my former self, yes?
Good news, Grandfather. The three fates have returned, and they didn't mention any reprisal when it comes to you. On the contrary, they promised a new age would dawn.
Aye, but that is good news. Particularly the no reprisal part. And it is a relief to know the three have navigated out of temporary exile. But what is this about a new age?
Well, it sounds as though they're not planning to weave as much as they used to. And at some point, the gods apparently will hold less sway over mortals' lives.
But that is reminiscent of the golden age in which I ruled. Of course, once you've lived sufficient eons, you begin to see such patterns circulating constantly. That which is old becomes the new. How fares our family with all this?
I think we're all having to give it some consideration, though we'll have plenty of time. The sage may not be soon.
Perhaps not, but even still, this age may arrive before you know it. Take it from me.
Time can move swiftly.
See you shortly.
Wow.
Hello, my girl. My legions know you well by now. The trouble you have caused. Yet only my most ardent followers may spill their blood within my halls.
These Satyr worshippers of yours must be very honored to be the first to die here. Not the wisest creatures, though, are they?
The wise do not follow, the wise lead. These satyrs lack a mortal fear of death, believing that their sacrifice shall bring me strength and that they shall live on. Let us grant their desire. after all. May time flow freely forward. You did this to me. How?
For Nyx.
Get back here, monster! Turn back!
You'll soon learn that I'm not the little girl I once was.
Know your insignificance, child. You may pitter-patter all about now to your heart's content. I certainly care not. Though it is terribly uncouth to take one's anger out on little children, you have left me with no other choice. I am a mere apparition. That's your old self.
Your time is over!
This is an outrage.
For Hecate.
I think not. Turn back.
There shall be consequences for humiliating me.
Alas, that you were raised without appropriate parental guidance, for you lack even the most basic manners, even for a rotten little girl. The carefree joys of youth. Do not miss those bygone times, my girl.
Let me go!
You've grown.
Time bomb! There is no escape!
Typhon, wait!
Got you, you monster.
Turn back, I say!
Laugh all you like, you wretched fools.
You clearly never learned to listen to your elders, girl, so fine. I'm quite finished with attempts at reasoning with you. Would you look at us, Typhon? Having to beat up on little girls. How mortifying.
My turn now!
It cannot.
Time bomb! This ends now!
Would you look at the time?
In the name of Hades.
No, not yet. Just turn back.
How you shall suffer once I break this spell.
Stubborn little brat. That is what you are. Look at yourself in all your youthful frailty. This is all you ever were. Run, little girl, or try. But there is nowhere left for you to go, and these are nightmares that shall never cease. You waste your time. They grow up so fast.
In the name of Hades!
The blasted fates must be abetting you.
Olympus is secure.
Get up, Typhon. Why won't you turn back?
Do you think this is funny, Titan?
Let me remind you just how small and weak you truly are. We all grow older, yes, but none of us shall ever change in our entirety. Run, little girl. Perhaps evade from time to time as well. That is all you can do. Oh, please.
Unacceptable!
How is this?
Typhon! There is no escape!
So much for the father of all monsters, then.
This is our mountain.
Get back here, monster! Turn back.
How you shall suffer once I break this spell.
You clearly never learned to listen to your elders, girl, so fine. I am quite finished with attempts at reasoning with you. I'm not even here. Blast.
This ends now!
Fall, you monster.
See you later. You are at least precise. What are those garish instruments with which you try to cause such harm? Like as not some gadgets that the fates themselves had vainly hoped would put an end to me.
Whether they vainly hoped is yet to be determined. These may not be the arms the gods once used to bring you down, but they'll get the job done just the same. You watch.
Oh, we shall do more than watch, Crodreptus and I. This scythe of mine is not merely for cutting short the morning field's wheat, whilst putting back the hound of hell. Did you truly think you would prevail against me once more? Like clockwork. A visitor at this hour? You cannot be in two places at once. Whilst you vainly lash out, Olympus burns. Sorry there, old boy. This I shall not forget.
For Cerberus.
Go on, then.
Refreshing.
Oh, not again. The end of time was not to your liking, was it? Why, if you wanted me to go a little easier, my girl, you merely could have asked.
I'm here to see you destroyed, Titan. Not to tour these bland locations that appear to be symbolic of your nature. I figure it shall go much more efficiently this way.
Efficiently? Now you are truly sounding like a granddaughter of mine. Then let us settle once again our differences, but now in all due haste. Time to go.
Chronos!
My, what a lovely dress. I spent eons buried in the depths below. A few rude trespasses from you are hardly of concern. See you later.
Oh, hello.
The Hades girl returns. I am accustomed to the stink of the Olympians and their supposed blessings on your person, so this occasion is a most welcome reprieve. None of their power, merely yours.
My power ought to be enough, I think. So the more you underestimate me, the better, I suppose. Shall we?
Shall we what? Shall my satyr worshippers and I dispose of our most irritating interlopers again and again? Then yes, most certainly. You waste your precious time. Olympus burns. A time flow freely forth. I always shall return.
What did I tell you?
Just in time.
Grandfather? May moonlight guide us.
Is that what you say? Down in Oceanus, it is possible you may encounter remnants of my spell, which casts you to a vision out of time. I've not yet found the means to stop that one.
You have no control over your own magic. I wondered whether that was you or one of your less agreeable selves.
I cannot rightly deny your responsibility, but it is one of those, yes. And your susceptibility, why, perhaps it is some connection which we share. Resistances and sensitivities. Like clockwork.
Did you enjoy your swim? The river Styx once flowed through here like blood. Foul traces of it yet remain in the fields above, but now in my vicinity, it is all grains of gold.
You would transform the river Styx itself to suit your fancy. Or perhaps I heard you incorrectly. I may still have too many of your grains of gold stuck in my ears.
No wonder you have had such difficulty listening to me. Nevertheless, I trust the point I'm about to make shall come through loud and clear. Not quite as roomy here. I shall wait. The frosty goddess Demeter is urging you along this eve. Alas, there are no seasons in the underworld. Not quite as roomy here. As you yet flail against me here, the shrewd Prometheus has many of your relatives entirely preoccupied. As roomy here. Temper. The frosty goddess Demeter is urging you along this eve. Alas, there are no seasons in the underworld.
Please work. On my authority as Princess of the Underworld, unseal. Blood and... won't open. How about... Chronos!
A visitor at this hour? Pray, who might you be, my girl? It is not often that I entertain of late. Perhaps after this house becomes a little more presentable. Though for the moment, you must pardon all the dust. We have been renovating around here.
Get up. You get up off that stolen throne. You know who I am, and you know why I'm here.
Ah, what a surprise. My granddaughter. The one loose end I failed to tie up. Now fully grown, almost. I have so many questions, if you please. How have you been? And how exactly did you find me here?
Hear me, you enemy of night and darkness now. For your transgressions you shall imminently die. Under chthonic doctrine this I vow. For there is no escape from fate beneath the sky.
Manners. Cursing is forbidden in this house. By that token, fighting is forbidden as well. But for you, my girl, we shall have to make an exception. Time for you to go. Behold.
Death to Chronos!
This audience has lasted long enough. You do not get to barge into this house and waste my time. I am time. And I can make your every moment hell. 3, 2, 1.